Alright, today we're going to do a little install of a Turbo R master cylinder on my Pro XP. Last race I didn't have any brakes. I had like no brakes most of the race. There was one time I almost ran off completely off the track and went straight over the freaking hill down the embankment, so that wasn't fun. So I haven't seen any write-ups on this or any videos or anything. I couldn't find any, but I know it's a thing, and I know people do it because they actually sell the Turbo R master cylinder with, with them saying, hey, this is an upgrade for the Pro XP. Looking at it visually, it does look bigger. I don't know the size difference, but I'll figure it out. Figure out what the deal is. First thing you're gonna need, get you one of these, because you're gonna need to drain out your whatever brake fluid you got. And if you're spending the money on upgrade the master cylinder, go ahead and get you some good brake fluid, whatever kind it is, racing fluid. I use RBF 600, 660, 700, any of those. So we'll start off by having you an air compressor and having you this little vacuum to get all the fluid out of the master and go ahead and suck it all out of the lines. I had racing fluid in here, but it doesn't matter because it needs to come out anyway. I'm not going to mix it. I can't remember if it's 660 or 600 or whatever. So go ahead and take that out and put some new stuff in. It'll take you about a quart. And gonna do that now. Got my air charged up, and we're gonna need a couple small hand tools. I'll go through what you need, but should be pretty easy. All right, so the little bolt right here is actually 8mm on both sides. This bigger bolt, these are 15s right here. These bolts here, you'll need a 13, but this is a bolt and a nut, not a stud like on the inside wall here. So you'll need a wrench on the other side and then a ratchet on this side. Alright. So it is going to be tight getting it out of here, but you're not going to have to remove anything. It seems like the shock is going to be too much in the way, but it's not. This part, obviously the plunger will bend around a little bit. So it'll come out. You don't have to worry about it. This is just easier to do it this way and actually be able to get to his, drain all your fluid and stuff. And then we'll go from there. I'll also go to most of the caliper, the bendo or calipers up there, and drain the fluid out of there and try to get all of it out. But I'm going to start here and get the fluid out here first. Alright, so once you got that drained out, empty, you're going to want to go to all your bleeder screws on every corner if you can, and try to get as much as you can out, just because you're gonna replace it anyway with something better, I hope. So those are all 8mm. You can see right here, 8mm. I can get it on here while I'm trying to hold the camera at the same time. And then open that up, put your little thing on there, suck it out. So, put your little vacuum hose on here. Loosen your bleeder. And there it comes. And just do this for every corner, as much as you can out. I hear that going to the master. Alright, that's good on that one. And just go around and do the rest of them. Alright, so upon further investigation, you need to bring this hole out. a little bit with a Dremel. Remove your brake pedal just to make it easier. There's a little clip on the end to be able to remove it. Don't do like I just did, and the freaking thing is flinged off and went somewhere else. I don't know where it's at. Hopefully I find it, because I got a race that's coming up weekend, or I gotta order one and hope it makes it here in time. So we'll see. All right, so good news. That took about 30 seconds. Super easy, just to barely know how well you're gonna be able to tell. But I took a little bit off that outside. Let's see if I can show you guys. Maybe hold on. See if that's good enough. Where's my focus camera? I took a little bit off just this edge right here with my Dremel, just around the edge. And I didn't even take off like, not even a 1/16 of an inch probably. Just use a Dremel and the little sand bit thing. This was a pretty rough little sand bit, but it took it off just fine. Part of it is plastic, part of it is metal you're gonna have to take off. But now it goes in there and mounts my holes. I'm trying to do this one-handed, but now you can see that the holes will line up and we will be in business. You could bench bleed the master before you put it on, which will make it easier to get the fluid through it early on, but I didn't feel like messing with it, bleeding it and then trying to put it on there and put the little caps back in, and I'm not trying to do all that. It'll work fine. It's gonna take a little longer, not a big deal. I'm gonna have to get somebody to help me anyway, because solo dolo out here working on my shit. And don't lose your little brake pen like I did, because now I have to try to find it. Oh, and FYI, ignore the part where I said take out those big bolts that were on the firewall right here. Those bigger ones. I had a brain fart. Don't take those out. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, don't take those out. Alright, so I got the one line on. You should basically have no fluid, so I didn't get any fluid coming out. Took that one off, put it on the new one in like 5 seconds, no problem. And that one, the smaller one is a 12, but the one for your brake light switch is a 18 wrench. Now, you should put new crush washers on doing this. Do as I say, not as I do. I'm going to reuse mine. If I have any problems, I'll replace them. You shouldn't. I've used them. I've done this before. If it was on a motorcycle, I definitely wouldn't do this, because I'm going like, 180 and trying to stop. But on a side-by-side, not as concerned with if I were to have a small leak. Not as big of a deal. So let's get this other one off and see if we can get it over there without making a mess. Shouldn't be a mess though, because we've drained all the fluid. Alright, so we are done. There she is. In there. All done. I won't get tested out, really tested out, until this weekend at Iron Mountain. I should make a whole video about that. Oops. This is the fluid I used. This is RBF 600. It makes 660 and 700, I believe. But that should be good enough. If not, then we'll go to 660 or 700. Brakes are bled. So, like I said, the only modification you gotta do is remount the firewall just a little bit. Use all the same bolts, all the same clips. When you order this master cylinder, it comes with the cap and everything, so you don't have to have anything extra other than that, the actual master, and then a quarter brake fluid or whatever fluid you want to use. So that's it, guys. Super simple install, to be honest. I don't know how long it took me, because I was trying to record and then having my kid out here a little bit and then bleeding the brakes, which is whatever, but that's it.